Okay, strap yourselves in
Because today, we are diving headfirst,
into Warhammer 40K.
and not just any old time period.
We're talking the Horus Heresy.
The big one.
Oh yeah, the galaxy-shattering,
Imperium breaking.
civil war to end all civil wars.
The Horus Heresy had it all.
And we're experiencing it.
Through Captain Loken's eyes.
Little Loken.
As we dig through.
Excerpts from Horus, Señor de la Guerra.
Excellent choice.
So, genetically engineered super soldiers.
Right.
How are we even supposed to wrap our heads around?
Powerful they are.
It's tough. I mean, imagine. Your senses are so sharp you can taste fear. Your reflexes. Bullets are practically frozen in time.
No way.
And strength. Forget strength. You can shatter mountains.
Okay, see, that's what I mean.
It's impossible to imagine.
Yeah, but Loken, he doesn't just tell you. He makes you feel it.
How so?
Well, he remembers the Battle of Ulanor. Not just a battle. A symphony of destruction. On a scale that makes their current scrap look like a playground scuffle.
Wow. Here's the thing.
Even in the middle of all that carnage.
The Astartes. They're already wrestling with this chilling truth.
What's that?
The only thing that can beat an Astartes...
Another Astartes.
I see it.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
It's subtle, but it's there.
Subtle like a hand grenade, you mean?
Well, yeah, something like that. But it gets you thinking, right?
Oh, for sure. Like watching a tightrope walker.
Above a pit of ravenous rocks.
You know they could fall, but...
It still makes your stomach drop when it happens.
Exactly. And that feeling you're getting. That dread.
Yeah.
Yeah, it intensifies when the Remembrancers show up. Remembrancers.
These are the folks tasked with chronicling the Great Crusade, spinning the Emperor's triumph. But their very presence.
It's a subtle reminder of the control.
Control.
Information control.
Ooh, interesting.
Makes you wonder, right?
About
history, about truth.
if history is written by the victors, what happens when the victors
start to question their own story?
And that's the thing.
That starts to eat at people like Cinderman.
Who's that?
A remembrancer struggling with doubt sees the brutal reality of the Great Crusade.
You can't quite square it with the Imperium's whole logic and reason shtick.
Can you blame him?
Not really. He's like a crack in that facade of absolute faith, you know?
Right. Like the old saying, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
And trust me, you don't want to see what goes down on this planet designated 6319. The foundation of everything the Astartes are supposed to be. It crumbles. Astartes turning on each other. Disciplined minds completely shattered.
That's chilling.
And all they can say is this one name. Simus.
Talk about ominous.
Right, you have these warriors bred for loyalty, for discipline.
And they're brought low by some unknown terror.
That's under your scans.
It's our first real look at the warp. Raw psychic energy, twisting and corrupting reality.
So even the Astartes,
with all their fancy gene tech,
aren't immune to chaos.
It would seem not.
And just when you thought things couldn't get more complicated.
The Imperium bumps into the Interrex.
The Interrex, huh?
A technologically advanced human civilization.
Just hanging out during humanity's dark age.
Talk about a curveball.
Right. Like finding out there's another Earth.
Except everyone there has rocket boots.
Well, the Imperium likes to think they're the only game in town, right?
That the Emperor is the one true path to human unity.
And then boom, the Interrex show up.
Shattering illusions left and right.
Exactly. And not everyone's happy about it.
I bet. So who's got beef with the Interrex?
Oh, let me tell you about Horus's inner circle. The Mournival.
What a name. Who are they?
A brotherhood of Astartes captains.
Yeah.
Each one as formidable as the next. And ambitious, too.
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
You've got Abaddon, the first captain.
Always spoiling for a fight.
You know it. He wants to conquer the Interrex, no messing around.
Just like Abaddon.
Then you have Loken.
Voice of reason.
Trying to urge caution, diplomacy.
Good luck with that.
It's like a family dinner gone wrong. Except the fate of a civilization is on the line.
No pressure.
And in the middle of it all.
Horus. The War Master himself.
What's he thinking?
Even Horus, the Emperor's most trusted son, feels the weight of all this.
You can see it in these chapters.
He's torn between loyalty to his father's dream and the messy reality of the Great Crusade.
A side of Horus we rarely see.
Right. It humanizes him, makes his eventual fall that much more tragic.
So what does he do?
He makes a decision. He's going to meet with the Interrex leaders, face to face.
Oh boy. Here we go. Back again, listeners. We left Horus with a galaxy of problems and a date with destiny. Or at least a face-to-face with the Interregs.
Oh yeah, things are heating up.
Before we get there, though, let's rewind a bit. Remember that Logi medal Loken found?
Can't forget that.
It's a small detail, but man, it's a heavy one. You
Oh,
know?
absolutely. The Logi, that's not just some club. It's like a shadow inside the Legion whispering in the dark.
Suki.
Loken finding that metal.
In Jubal stuff, right?
Yeah, it's like you find one strand of spider silk.
Oh.
You know, there's a whole web out there somewhere, but how big? What's it connected to?
Makes your skin crawl.
And Loken's feeling that too.
About the Logia or the spiderwebs?
Both, maybe. But he's definitely uneasy about the Mournival.
Which is saying something.
Right. This is Horus's inner circle, the top dogs.
Emperor's finest, supposedly.
And yet, they're secretive, operating in the shadows.
Not very imperial, is it?
It's like the Imperium itself is starting to warp, you know?
Heavy stuff.
And Loken's caught in the middle of it.
He admires Horus, we know that.
But he's seeing a side of Horus, a side of the Imperium.
That doesn't sit right.
Exactly. It's like watching a tapestry unravel, thread by thread.
And Loken's stuck trying to hold it together.
Well put. So we've got the Imperium and the Interrex circling each other.
The Logia up to who knows what.
And Loken trying to figure out where his loyalty lies.
It's enough to give you a headache.
You think that's bad? Let's talk about that meeting.
The one with the Interrex.
Oh, yeah. Abnett pulls out all the stops, paints a picture.
I love it when he does that.
Imagine gleaming chrome, warriors shimmering with energy fields, war machines that would make your jaw drop.
Interrex know how to make an entrance.
They're not just there to shake hands and exchange pleasantries.
Definitely sending a message.
It's power, plain and simple. We're not intimidated by you, is what they're saying.
I bet Horus was not expecting that.
The Interrex have seen what the Imperium does.
Unification, they call it.
Right, with bolters and chainswords? The Interrex, they're not about to be just another conquest.
So it's a standoff then?
A galactic game of chicken, you could say. But it goes deeper than that.
Oh.
How so?
Two completely different visions of humanity's future are clashing right there.
That's a good point.
The Imperium, it's all about force, top-down control.
Emperor's will and all that.
Exactly. But the Interrex, decentralized, valuing independence.
So can they even coexist?
The million throne question, right?
Million throne question for a million world Imperium.
And just as they're trying to figure it out, guess who shows up?
Two. Don't tell me more works.
Even better, Sanguinius.
Whoa. Another Primarch.
The angel himself.
And he brought presents.
Not exactly. The Blood Angels attacked.
No.
By who?
Not who.
What?
It's getting good. These things, monstrous, like giant spiders hiding on a secret world.
Hold on, back up. A secret world.
Right in the Interrex system.
How do you miss that?
Horus is wondering the same thing, believe me. Suddenly, the negotiations got a lot more interesting.
Understatement of the millennium, probably.
Right, so is it a coincidence, this attack? Or something more?
Talk about bad timing.
Timing. Or something more deliberate.
Okay, chills. Getting chills. Okay, deep breath, listeners, because last time we left off with a galaxy-sized cliffhanger.
Things were getting pretty hairy, weren't they?
Hairy's one word for it. We've got a new alien threat.
Don't forget the old one.
Right. The Interrex are still giving the Imperium the side eye.
And those whispers of Samus.
Yeah, about those.
Yeah.
Those aren't going away, are they?
The warp doesn't exactly work that way, does it?
Right, right. It's insidious, like trying to bottle a bad dream.
More like trying to contain a virus. Remember those Astartes on 6319, driven mad by those whispers?
How could I forget? Gave me nightmares for a week.
Turns out it wasn't an isolated incident.
You're kidding.
As the Imperium gears up to fight these spider creatures.
The arachnids for...
Yeah, those things. Reports start coming in from all over.
Oh, no.
Astartes, different chapters, hardened veterans, all gripped by the same visions, chanting the same name, Samus.
Okay, that's creepy. So what's the explanation? Psychic echo. Leftover bad vibes. Or something worse.
Loken, ever the practical one, tries to find a logical reason.
Always the voice of reason. That Loken.
He digs into the planet's history, finds these ancient legends.
Legends about.
Samus.
Yeah.
Turns out it's not just a name, it's an entity.
An entity. Like a chaos god.
Maybe not a god, but definitely malevolent. Worshipped by the planet's original inhabitants.
So Loken thinks it's like a psychic scar on the planet. Bad memories bleeding through.
Something like that.
But some people, they're always going to see chaos, right? Even when it's probably just a really big coincidence.
Especially when it confirms what you already believe. And no one believes in chaos quite like Erebus.
Erebus. Wait, Isn't he that word-bearer's chaplain?
The very same. He's utterly convinced this is the Warp's doing.
Figures.
To him, it's proof that Chaos is using the Great Crusade to worm its way in, corrupting even the Emperor's finest.
So it's a two-front war then. Fighting giant spiders on one side and chaos on the other. Talk about a bad day at the office.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder, the Indirects make a move.
Let me guess. They saw their chance and went for the throat.
Not quite. They offer to help.
Help? The Indirects. Are they serious?
They're nothing if not pragmatic.
Pragmatic enough to team up with the people they think are trying to conquer them?
They realize these arachnids are a threat to everyone.
Yeah, but still.
Desperate times, desperate measures, plus it's a chance to see the Imperium up close, maybe learn some weaknesses.
Talk about a gamble. So did it work?
The battle against the Arachnids, it's brutal. A slaughter.
And I thought the Astartes were tough.
Even the toughest warriors can fall. But it's not the battle itself that matters.
What then?
It's what happens after. Loken, in the aftermath, he sees something.
Sees what?
Horus. Not just fighting, but consumed by a power.
Consumed.
Not controlled like a Primarch using his abilities, but overtaken. Wild, furious, fueled by something dark.
No, it can't be. Not Horus.
It shakes Loken to his core. Because he realizes this isn't the Horus he knows.
The whispers, the doubts, they were right all along, weren't they?
And Loken, he's the only one who sees it. He's the one who has to decide, what does loyalty really mean?
When the person you're loyal to might be turning into something monstrous.
And that, listeners, is the heart of the Horus heresy. It's not just about spaceships and bolters. It's about the choices we make when the universe throws its worst at us. It's about the struggle for the soul of an empire and the agonizing question, can even the greatest heroes resist the lure of chaos?
Thanks for joining us on this journey into the darkest corners of Warhammer 40K. Until next time, stay vigilant, listeners, and may the Emperor protect.